Welcome back to another Black Clover reaction with our surprise video after a few weeks of not having any Black Clover reactions. And today we're going to be reacting and watching the Black Clover openings from 1 to 13. We're going to relive the nostalgia, the epic music, and just have a good time while watching all the amazing openings that came from this series. So with that, let's jump into the first opening for Black Clover. Okay, let's see how this goes. Because I know we're just going to feel the nostalgia after watching the entire series waiting for Season 2 to start up. And, you know, the first one is already a pretty epic intro, not going to lie. Like, just getting you into the anime, you get into some hype music right off the bat. Especially because, you know, when we go into it, it's bringing us within, you know, Yuno and Asta, showing us who they are, and just giving us the nice little introduction to their characters. And then having us verse some people within the capital, it's still just so much fun. Meeting the Black Bulls for the first time, going on their first mission, with Nero being there. And seeing everyone else with a little... Surprisingly, no teases for the other Black Bulls. I'm realizing that right now while watching, and they need to be like black figures to kind of tease us, but it's still great to see, you know, what we have, and giving us Noelle's, like, struggle for her water magic, what we're going to see in a couple episodes after it starts, and then all the Magic Knight captains, and of course, Asta getting his frickin' sword. Still one of the coolest moments from the anime is Asta pulling out that sword to save Yuno. Such a good frickin' intro. It feels shorter than the others, but it's still so good. And then we got the second one that gives us even more badass moments. Because it starts to tease more of that demon mode that Asta has, which, you know, gotta love the demon mode when Asta pulls that out. Just another one where we get to listen to the music while they show up all the Black Bulls. And I feel like, you know, when we go from the very beginning of the anime, they show Grey in her big form, but then, of course, as we get to know her more and we finally get to see her true form, she gets more familiar and wearing her actual, like, her Grey self. But then we also got this arc where we got to meet Mars for the first time, and that epic battle that we got to see Asta show off some of his cool power, Mars' tragic backstory with Fauna, and why he turned really into the person he is. And also Luck's tragic backstory, because Luck went through some shit as well. I do miss the days where we have Asta and Yuno working together. Like, I'm assuming we're probably going to get more in the Spade War arc, but it feels like there's definitely been a lot of... We don't get to see them together as much as I would wish, but it's okay because we do still love those moments when they are together. It's freaking epic. Okay, Black Clover with opening 3 with Black Clover. One of my favorite intros. Well, one of my favorite intro songs, because I love the song. It's so freaking good. And we got it so early on in the anime. I do appreciate this intro for showing us the Black Bolt's chaotic nature with all of them just messing around in their base. Getting to see the Golden Dawn, the families, the captains, and everything else. I've also noticed this is 3 intros in a row that I didn't notice before, where Asta and Yuno are doing their fist bump when they say they're going to become the Wizard King. So, cool nostalgia there. And we got the Midnight Suns coming to attack. Honestly, I kind of wish we got some of these moments from the intro here in the episode, like them just kicking ass in the town. But the main part is, of course, fighting Licht within this cave. Yeah, the cave. And getting that awesome fight with Asta and Yami working together. Like, again, one of the most peak moments when they first teased... Oh, yeah, they teased the devil here. I forgot about that. At least in the intro, but still. Because we didn't get that till the... Well, really, until the Underwater Temple arc. Okay. That's three intros down. 4th to go. And this one is the Underwater Temple one. Where do we get the badass moment? One of the peak arcs, especially when they're going against Veto. where we start getting to see more of the evil coming out. Well, seemingly evil part when it comes to Asta's devil form. This is the arc where we learn more about the elves and the devils and all of that. Just a little bit of a tease to get us ready for what's to come after this arc. Kahono and Kyoto coming in. I do like how this intro's could guess who's back as they all come in to kick some ass during this arc. Because we know, we get to see the badass moment of all the Black Bulls working together to take down Veto, especially with Finral, Noelle, Vanessa, and Asta doing their all to fight one of the Eye of the Midnight Suns. So just absolutely sick. And this is also the first arc we actually get to see who Gray is. So, pretty cool. Gotta love the Black Bulls. Okay, intro 5 now, which is Forest arc. Let's go. So far, noticing this one is like more of the lighter side of things, especially because of after everything that happened to Austin in the last arc. You know, it's kind of looking down on him, with him losing his arms for a bit. Seeing Vanessa's backstory with her being trapped in a cage. You know, it's going a little, it starts off a little softer, but then we start to get more into it, where we get to meet our other side characters from Asta's past, connected to the Diamond Kingdom, Vanessa's Witch's Forest past, and everyone coming in to kick some ass against the Eye of the Midnight Suns. I do like how this intro really focuses on Vanessa, because it is Vanessa's arc. And then, of course, we have Mars coming in well and getting his fauna back and everything else happening in there, and getting his a little bit of redemption for his character, which is always great. Oh yeah, and this was also the arc where we got Yami and Vanish's backstory a little bit too. And of course, Rogue coming in. I would say this arc definitely had a lot of touching moments, dealing with characters past, where they came from, and then giving us also the dark moment of Asta going full rage mode for the first time as he unlocks his devil powers even more. I feel like these, I don't know, I just feel like the intros are, I feel like they're usually longer. I mean, we are getting the full ones, but I'm like, maybe I'm just too excited that they're going really quickly, and I'm not even noticing it. And then we get this intro number 6. I'm noticing one of the themes in a few of these intros already within the 6 we've gone through is that we do have like the characters like leaned up against a wall or something, like acting all cool, kind of getting the little flashes of their characters as we see more about them, which is, it's cool. Oh yeah, Marilena comes in for the first time, showing her freaking badassness in this arc. Because we are in the Royal Knights exam arc now. Which was honestly, best moment out of this entire arc for this specific one is definitely the pull-up on Langris and like getting ready to throw hands. Best moment from this arc. One of my favorite moments from the anime overall. Also getting our introduction to Zoro was sick as well. But I feel like the moments, nothing compares to the moment of the Black Bulls pulling up on Finral, or on Langris, I almost said Finral, to save Finral in that badass moment. And of course, we got Langris going crazy. Asta kicks some ass. Dope arc. Okay, episode 7 time. Or not episode 7, opening 7. It's where we start to get the darkness coming out and everything that's going on in the Clover Kingdom. Both Asta and Yuno showing off their power. Honestly, the Elf Reincarnation arc was a fantastic arc as well. There's so much trauma, so much character development, so many big reveals during it, and just getting to see all the characters be pretty badass was awesome to see. A nice little focus on Zora there. Yami and Vanjus. We finally get to meet Henry as well, and who's been living in the Black Bull's place this entire time. But then the tragic backstory of the elves. Both Asta and Yuno getting their pretty big power-ups this arc. Getting some awesome moments overall. And also the betrayal of vengeance with Patria and Licht and what's going on with them. But then we get the next arc, or not the next arc, but the next intro, because this arc was so long, with the elves, with opening 8. Such a different vibe from the rest of the openings too. Very lighthearted, kind of like an upbeat. As we look at like the backstory of the elves, how they were good people, and just seeing, you know, what they're fighting for, especially because of the loss they went through, being manipulated by this demon and everything else going on with them. And Asta feeling like he can't catch up. Marilena fighting within the freaking Eye of the Midnight Sun's base with all the elves. Asta and Marilena teaming up, being badasses together. I want to rewatch this anime now. I gotta rewatch some of these moments, especially before the Spade War comes out, because, like, come on. We got Asta and Yuno versus Licht. Such a good moment. Like, Asta's not gonna be reaching out. He's gonna be running right beside his brother. Because both of them are pretty strong in their own right, and we just get some awesome moments with the characters overall in this anime. Okay, next anime, or next opening time. I keep saying the wrong word when I say about this. Now we really find out what happened to Licht and his wife, and everything with the elves. The evil humans being corrupted and used by the devil. Yeah, this opening is also pretty good. I like the beat and how quick it is. And really focusing on the elves as well. And how kind of like the malice and the despair and the like maniacy, one of those words what I'm thinking of. You know, seeing like them be pretty crazy because they've been turned from the dark magic that's controlling them. But then we also have the Black Bulls. They lost, they're getting back up, and they're taking the fight to everyone else. Get the Valkyrie armor coming out to kick some ass. Noelle versus Fauna. Marilena versus Veto. Honestly, everyone went so hard in this arc. Everyone just went absolutely ballistic to fight back. You know, it was a fight for the survival, and also was just trying to save people left and right. And then we got Lumiere and the devil. Honestly, that intro did a good job at teasing what the devil was at the very end there. But now, we are at the best intro song, I think, from the entire series. Honestly, Black Catcher, I will listen to all the time. It's such a good intro. Like, every time I hear this song, it gets me hype. I have it on my gym playlist and, like, other playlists where I'm like, okay, this song is peak. I gotta listen to it over and over again. And of course, the actual, like, visuals for the intro is sick as all hell, too. Especially as we're focusing on, like, the despair of Patri, what he's been going through, and then Licht, Yami, everyone getting ready to fight back. We get to see who Nero is, with her becoming Sekre again, but still being called Nero, of course. And then Lumiere coming back, and the devil coming out. And Asta and freaking Yuno versus the devil. One of the hypest parts of the anime. Like, I think each arc has one at least good moment that just makes you remember everything that happens. This one, it's Asta and Yuno versing together to go against the devil. And having them do everything in their power to fight together, which was peak. I mean, I'm sure the Spade War is going to have more, especially because we've already gotten one with Asta, so we're definitely getting more. God, such a good intro. I love this song. It's so good. Now that the war is over, it's time to go into the Heart Kingdom training arc with all the filler that happened during it. Dude, okay. I will take the time to appreciate how well the animation has gone throughout the intros as well, because like by the time we get to this point, it's like a completely different animation style, and it looks so much cleaner and better, and it looks so good. Especially, you know, we just have the Black Bulls, you know, lined up. You cannot not appreciate that. It's so cool. Especially after everything that happened with the war. Now we're kind of looking over the Clover Kingdom and you know, them kind of dealing with the aftermath here. We get to see all the stuff they've gone through over the years as well. So we're getting the first tease of Zenin as he walks around with his bone magic. It is kind of funny, though, after watching this intro, a lot of the stuff in this intro never actually happened within the arc. Except for maybe the part where Asta makes his sword absolutely gigantic to fight back. Oh, hey, finally the fist bump comes back after a while. Okay, now we got the next arc with... Oh, we're not... I keep saying the wrong words. The next opening with opening 12. This is also a great opening as well. And this is where the animation really showcases how good it's gone. Got Asta and his 3 swords, looking buff as all hell as he's ready to train. Also, the visuals of this intro are just really, like, I don't know, artsy, majestic, something like that, where we see the captains and the people on their squads. Like, it looks really cool. We got Asta's devil within, him unlocking his power, training as he gets stronger. Yuno becoming the vice captain of the Golden Dawns, and everything he has to go through as he's being accepted into the squad and all of that. And then Nero learning about her past, doing what Lumiere would have wanted, and Vengeance being redempted as we get the Vengeance, the other captains, everyone fighting in that honestly stupidly great animated episode for just one filler episode with the captains fighting each other. Like, still one of like the coolest episodes we got. Asta and Yuno through the ages, they've grown together, they've gotten stronger together, and they become badasses together. And now, with that, it's time for the final intro before we get into Season 2 with opening 13. And where we got the actual new animation this time, with Asta looking jacked as all hell as it comes to him after the training for the Heart Kingdom training arc. Now it's time for the Spade War to begin. It's also a good intro. I still think I like Black Catcher and Black Clover more, but the last couple intros are pretty good as well. I didn't even realize I had a little chubby Charmy there. It's funny. This arc is just filled with darkness, grief, despair, and everything else we're dealing with because of the devils and the biggest threats of them all. And also this Asta being an absolute badass, Yuno being a badass, and we're just getting so much cool stuff. Also, the fact that Asta can still ride his goddamn sword is sick as all hell. Noelle versus Vanica. Yami versus Dante. And we get to meet Noct. And Asta gets his new arm. Okay, yeah, I love the beat here. The beat is fun. Oh, and there we go. We get Asta's mom, and we get Libe at the very end. And that's it. I cannot wait to see what we end up getting with the Spade War arc. Like, when we're going to be getting, like, what's coming next. Like, how we're going to be dealing with that. Because, like, I feel like we're going to get probably another hype intro. Like, there's no way we don't. And I do really appreciate rewatching these intros because it gives you, like, a nostalgia aspect. You get to see how far the characters have grown, everything they've gone through, the cool fights we got, but also giving us moments within the intros that, you know, didn't actually happen in the anime. And I find a lot of animes do this, where we get a lot of really cool moments in the intros, but those never actually happen in the anime. They're just cool moments we get to see for the intro. Probably partially not the spoiler stuff for the actual show, because there are animes who put like their big stuff inside the intro, so you get spoiled right away, especially if you don't know what's coming. But at the same time, it does get you excited for what's to come. So, a little bit of mixed views there, where it's like, okay, cool, we get spoiled, but also, look at the cool shit we're going to see next. So, I do like what they're doing. I love that. I love the intros. There's a few songs that aren't my favorite, but I feel like most of them are pretty freaking fire. And, honestly, great time. It's going to be a long wait till we get more Black Clover. Like, I want to see more Black Clover now. Like, we had the movie, I watched season 2 trailer, now I watched the openings, I watched the entire series, and it's over. But still cool nonetheless. I feel like this isn't one we can really break down. Just appreciate for what it is. The great music, the great moments, seeing the characters grow, and, how far they've come since the very beginning. And also how far the animation has changed since the very beginning. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, hit the like and subscribe button. You can stay up to date with all my Black Clover anime reactions when they come out, or if you haven't seen any of the other ones yet, go check them out. We'll have the playlist at the end of this video and linked in the description down below. And yeah. Plus, if you like Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm doing that as well right now. I'm also going to be covering more Marvel stuff coming up soon, because Daredevil Born Again will be out in a couple weeks. And then there'll be DC Marvel stuff coming out through the year. Probably another anime at some point. But thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later for another series or show I end up watching.